Hey, welcome to number 215. As you can see, we are joined by Rodney Fike from Haslam Studios. How's it going, Rodney?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Doing good. Hey, we actually get to see you in person. Yeah, I do anyways, in 48 hours. Scott doesn't.
I know. It's going to be epic. It's been so long. I can't wait.
I don't know. I recognize you on the screen because you had it on the screen. I see you in person. I might be like, I don't know who you are now. It's been too long.
Although from his normal podcast, we know his hand really well.
Yes.
We get the close up of the hand.
Hand says hi. And we'll be signing autographs at Dayton this weekend.
All right.
Yes, we will. Looking forward to that. So excited. Yeah. It's kind of nice to start off the convention season for us at Gem City. A great independent Comic-Con that has always been just a very nice intimate show where we get a chance to actually spend time with the fans, but there's still a lot of people there.
Yeah. This will actually be our third show. So I'm looking forward. It'll be our third show, but it'll be our first show where there's local people where we can say, "Hey, haven't seen you forever. How are y'all doing?" Yeah. So really looking forward to that.
That's cool.
It's definitely nice to have everything launching again now that with the whole last year, everything being canceled, and so good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got quick sponsorships to take care of real quick. So, Scott, if you want to go ahead and start us off.
All right. Team Titans Real Estate. Why? Because you matter. That's right. Even though the tools and technology that we use on a daily basis are constantly evolving, Team Titans never forgets that the home buying experience is still just that, a home buying experience. And it's you personally. And we really custom tailor our approach to your needs because there's no real cookie cutter approach for everybody. I mean, I guess you could, but it just wouldn't be a satisfying experience for everyone. So we take into account your situation, your needs, your goals, and really, maximize the process for you. So give us a call. 586-549-6096 is my number, or Jill Webler, 586-277-2145, or find us online at teamtitansofrealestate.com.
Oh, fantastic. Then we've also got Loringer Family Chiropractic Center PC located in Belleville, Michigan and Dexter, Michigan. And they take great pride in providing the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Offering on-site digital x-rays, massage therapy, orthotics by foot levelers, young homosexuals, aromatherapy, full line of vitamins, all in a family-oriented environment. Give them a call, 734-697-4244. Visit them online at LoringerFamilyChiropractic.com. And as you can see, we have the Facebook page up. You can find them at Loringer Family Chiro right there with a nice call me button. So you can give them a quick call and see about getting in and getting checked out and trying to keep a healthy lifestyle going. So, and they've been with us forever. So I saw them yesterday and they're doing well, and look forward to continuing a sponsorship with them.
That's right.
Excellent. Sounds good.
Yep.
Scott, I got to tell you, I've been loving touring some of the houses you've sold. Like, ooh, that's nice. Ooh, I like that. There's a landscaping on this one.
Yeah. They're always nicer when you don't have to be the one taking care of them.
Exactly.
I do. I really enjoy that is one of the fun part of the jobs is we get to see so many houses, and many that I can't afford myself. But, I can at least be in it for a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool. It's nice to peruse.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with that. So we got one more quick sponsor, just real quick. We'll talk more about this as we go on through the show. But Bardstow Publishing sponsors us, and of course that is our publishing end that we do with Kevin Meinert, and we'll be talking a little bit about our new Kickstarter today, starting tomorrow, which is the Poe Macabre #3.
And as Brett said, tomorrow or this weekend is the launch of Bardstone's presence in the Comic-Con circuit. So we're excited for that starting this weekend. Gem City.
Yep. And we got Kevin joining us now. Hey, Kevin.
Howdy. How's it going?
Good.
Got the whole gang here.
So, yeah.
The whole crowd.
So people are going, oh, my God, they're talking Kickstarter again. Darn right we are. This is the best way to get this stuff out there. Talk about some great books. We did, Rodney, last time you were with us, you did your, was it the Rampage?
Roadkill Rampage.
Roadkill Rampage. I blanked on the title for a second there. Great read. Enjoyed reading that one. That was a lot of fun. Looking forward to, you got an issue 2 coming out in the fall, but today we've got Pitter Patter.
Yes.
So very cool.
Yes.
And here's their Haslam website here. So you can find them online at haslam.com. That's HAZZUM. .com.
Yeah. So let's start off with Rodney here. So Rodney, why don't you tell us a little bit about Pitter Patter?
Okay, Pitter Patter is the story of two house cats, Buddy and Dude, from opposite sides of the track. And we just follow them in their goofy little adventures throughout the house. And they talk about, whether or not issue 2 centers around whether or not it's better to be an inside cat or an outside cat. Issue 1 deals with Dude bringing in Dizzy the spinner mouse and trying to convince Buddy that he's a good addition to the house. So it's just it's my attempt at Looney Tunes in a modern age with my characters. So it's got a lot of adult humor, a lot of orneriness and stuff, but it's still friendly for the kids. And it's just a fun read. It's a lot of silliness, and it's just me getting the voices out of my head and onto paper.
Well, that explains a lot on Roadkill Rampage.
I've got different kinds of voices.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that ending. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give everybody a hint. Lemmy Weeks wasn't happy. So, yeah, well, I see on the Kickstarter here, you guys are fully funded now. You're at 1656 with 42 backers. You guys have some interesting goals going on. Let's talk a little bit about some of your. You hit the first stretch goal, which is the Chippy window clean.
Yes, Chippy appears in issue 2, and as you can see by the artwork there, you can guess what happens. So that's our ode to Chippy. So we're just making a running joke out of it, so we're just going to go with it. It's mushroomed into a Chippy backup, flashback story, and all kinds of stuff. So, there's Chippy. And then
we got some holographic stickers once you hit 50 backers.
Yeah, those are really cool. Well, we got those here in studio. Those are nice. So that'll be a cool addition to your sticker collections.
Nice. I think everybody likes stickers. I get a lot of them through the Kickstarters that I've supported. So.
Oh yeah.
Now, of course, you can get the issues 1 and 2 together during this Kickstarter here. That's what I pledged. You can kind of see that on the right here.
Yes.
And then there's other options available, but the $10 pledge is the one to help get some of those goals too, is the minimum. So got to have 50 people at that one, at least that one. So,
yep.
But you got both issues there, as well as they've got options for like the Sean Forney variant. It looks like Nate Lovett. Oh, I get to see both those guys this weekend too.
Yes.
So I got a lot of options on how to get your books, basically. So. I think it's pretty cool. So you can get them both together, do different things. And they had an early cat, which is gone. That's why you should always watch these Kickstarters. If you guys are new to Rodney's Kickstarters, make sure you follow them on Kickstarter, because then when they do the early bird stuff, when they come out, you'll be able to get those right away and all that too. So a lot of cool stuff. I love the artwork on this. Like you said, very Looney Tunes-esque, got a great animated feel to it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's it's funny because they vary from issue 1 to issue 2 because they keep evolving in my head, and I just I keep getting better as with my cartoony stuff. So
well, you know what? That's what when I've talked to people, I am of the 4 of us here, I am the absolute worst artist that we have. And the stuff I draw, I think it's better along the way. But when I've talked to other people that are doing books, they go, oh, I really wish I could go back and redo such and such an issue because I'm better now. I'm like, no, you want to show that progression, regardless of what level you're at. Even like, the Jim Lee's, because you go back and watch this, look at the stuff 20 years ago that Jim Lee did versus now, and there's a big change in the quality and everything else. Oh, yeah. But you don't want to go back and change any of that. So it's all good stuff on that. So.
No. And we have found that the progress shots there, people absolutely love that stuff. Mm-hmm. So we try to put some of that up there. We even post it on Facebook and Instagram too, and it always gets a really good reaction. And,
I think it's a great thing if you can show your progression from your roughs to your inking to final color pictures is a really good way to go. And now people that are always looking to see how it gets done, it kind of gives a little insight into that, because there's so many people that think it just magically all appears finished on the page.
Oh yeah. It's definitely a process.
So yeah, very cool. Got some great colors going on. Real excited about this. Now, where I know it's something that kind of came to your head, is there an actual cat that you have that's part of the inspiration?
Yeah. Actually, we have we currently have 3 cats and 1 feral that we're taming. We just got rid of two ferals. The SPCA, they just got 55 kittens in, so we have to hold on to the kittens that we got and give them to them in a week. But Tina's niece and nephew found a mama cat with 4 kittens, so we've been bringing those in. We've got 3 of the 4 kittens so far, and we're trying to catch mama so we can go get her fixed. But that's the world of Rodney and Tina. The house is and our studio's in the basement. So when we first started seeing each other, I'd never had pets growing up, so I was allergic to the cats, and my rule was that no cats are in the studio. They can't come down here because I'm working down here. I need to be able to breathe. So all day long, I would hear the pitter patter of the feet running around above my head as they, did their zoomies and did their fights and stuff like that. And I would just sit down here and chuckle. And that's just kind of where it came from. And then we got Sherman, who is a little white cat that you guys see us always posting all the time with the little orange on his ears and stuff. And he's my best friend. He's basically Dude, the gray cat behind me. Mm-hmm. I've never met a cat so affectionate and so goofy and silly, and most cats are aloof and don't want anything to do with you. This little guy is just right there with you. Every time you sit down, he wants to come up and cuddle. Spends all night with you in bed, just cuddled up with you, and he's just so cool. So I give him voices and I give him personalities and stuff, and it ends up translating the Dude in the book. So
okay, yeah. I love you, cat. Here's your new voice.
Yeah, they provide plenty of inspiration. So yeah, that's kind of the genesis of it, is listening to the pitter patter of their feet above my head.
So, like Rodney, I have cats. I have 3 cats. None of them I wanted, but I have them, and it's interesting. Now, my oldest cat, Fizz, grew up with a dog. So I think Fizz actually thinks she's a dog, because much how you described your cat, that's how Fizz is. She when I come in the door, she comes running to greet me. She sits with me and all kinds of stuff. Whereas the other 2 cats are more like normal cats, and they don't even care about me. Yeah. I'm just there to give them food and serve them. But yes. But so with this, maybe you could explore some mysteries of cats. Like, for instance, what is the fascination with boxes? Put a box on the ground. They all have to jump in, even if it's too small for them. Like, cats would be the worst animal out in the jungle, because you can trap them just by putting cardboard boxes out.
Yeah.
It doesn't work with lions.
No.
A little cardboard box.
I actually have a little segment in one of the upcoming stories that deals with boxes.
So. Oh, perfect.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, I can't wait to read it. That, or they need to knock things off shelves.
Yeah.
While they look at you.
In issue 2, the backup story in issue 2 is deals with stuff being knocked off. So
perfect.
So name that sound.
We always find ours in the suitcase. If we're packing and I'm getting ready for shows, I'll leave a suitcase out. I'll turn around, the cat's laying in there. It doesn't matter. As quick as you put it out, the cat's in there. And on more than one occasion, I've started to seal it up and not realize, and the cat's like, you're going to Tampa. Come on, let's go.
So one of these times, we may have a cat with us.
Well, what used to be a cat, probably.
Yeah. They don't pressurize the cabins, do they? Down there.
Only in the movies when they got to do stuff down there.
All right.
Yeah. With snakes.
Yeah, snakes on the plane. Yeah.
There you go. Cats on a plane. There you go. That's a great.
There you go. That's going to be rated R.
Yeah.
That's
for language.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've always had dogs, and my dogs try to do the same thing. They will. I've had them lay on my suitcases and everything else because they just want me to go. So it's usually what it is. And I'm like, no, you got to move. So And I used to have one that he used to like to make sure he marked the suitcase if he had a chance before I left. You know, I was like, tag, it's mine. So yeah, I got up here though some of your different levels here. It looks like.
Oh yeah.
So this is kind of cool. We're already past the early cat special here, so you got the street cat special for $15, and then you've got I like your homage variant cover for number 2 there.
Yeah, that's Batman number 9, Batman and Robin number 9 from 1942, which features Buddy and Dude dressed as Batman and Robin. That was a lot of fun.
Yep, and then you got the Sean Forney one. It looks like he's got what's her name from Spider-Man?
Well,
MJ.
That's kind of our Mary Jane. Her name is Kitty.
Okay.
She is the girlfriend of the BDO, which is the Big Doughy one, which is who the cats refer to. Basically me. They're human, and that's BDO's girlfriend there. So she's going to provide a lot of hilarity in upcoming issues as well.
Very cool. And then of course Nate Lovett, who's did a variant there. That's cool.
Yeah,
Nate's been doing a lot of work over the last few years. For those that don't recognize his comic work, he's done some stuff with Paw Patrol.
Yes, and he's actually going to be doing a backup story for us in issue 3, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, Nate's got is a great talent. I loved his work for years. He's a lot of good stuff out there.
Yeah, phenomenal talent.
So, and then you got some store cat issues. So if stores want to get some issues, that's a great deal. 10 issues for $30.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yep. And then of course the spoiled cat for those that want to get everything with all the variants and all the add-ons and all the prints. So that's a good deal too. So it's great for the collectors.
And then the commission, you can get the commission for $75.
Yeah, and I recommend it. I've got a couple things I've bought over the years from Rodney of sketch covers and commission stuff like that. He's done and great stuff. A lot of fun stuff, a lot of fun artwork. Looking forward to seeing what you work on over the weekend while we're there, because you always work on some new stuff while we're there. So.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and then of course, no great Kickstarter is complete without an add-on menu. So for all you that want fries with that, here's the fries.
We got your salty fries, we got your plain fries, we got your extra crispy fries.
Yeah. So I like it. You got a trading card set. Now, how many cards are in the trading card set?
There are 2 trading cards in that set,
okay.
And then we have an additional card once we get past a certain monetary goal.
Okay.
And then we've got the enamel pin there, which is really cool, and the Buddy and Dude sticker set.
And trading cards they seem to be pretty popular. I added that on my last Kickstarter. I did a 30 card set. Then we had exclusive metal cards that got added as bonus rewards. People seem to really like those.
Yeah, and we've talked about just continuing to add to the set with each Kickstarter, because the world of Pitter Patter just keeps expanding. So all of these new characters, they all need their own baseball cards too. So
are we going to discover a secret organization of the cats like in future issues?
Well, kind of, but there are, let's just say that there are other beings that dwell within the house. Keyword there being within the house.
Within. Okay.
So we'll find more about more of that in issue 3.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, explain some of your stretch goals that we got going on here.
Yeah, a PDF of Scarlet Hunters from the Fortress 40, I like to call them, at the 50 backers. So that's really cool. Anybody that's into cryptids and the fairy tale lore, that's right up your alley. And then the 100 backers, you get that additional trading card there. And then at 150, we get the Cats Doing Yoga sticker. At 1500, which we've already hit, we're going to insert Sean Forney's story in issue 1. 6-page, it's a 5-page story, and then we got to get that window cling, man. We got to get that chippy window cling at 2000. We're almost there, a couple $100 away. And then at 2500, we get the awesome Pitter Patter magnet.
Nice.
Who doesn't love a magnet?
Awesome. And then of course you got your crew here of everybody that works on it. You got Dave Lintz doing the lettering and graphic design.
Yep.
And of course, Sean Forney we mentioned, as well as yourself, Nate Lovett. You got Casey Pierce doing some editing on it.
Yep. She's our editor extraordinaire.
All right, Casey's great, and then of course your Haslam Productions. That's with you and Tina.
Yes.
And she's a producer B during the shows you guys do, right?
Yes. She is producer B. And then,
so very cool.
Now, are we allowed to reveal that though? I thought that was like a secret identity. Are we?
No, that's not. And then let's see. Indy is producer D, and Sherman is producer C. D for dog, C for cat.
Yep.
And then
Sean Forney variant.
Sean's in the comments. Is Sean Forney variant? Yes, and that variant is doing very well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting to see how many variants we see this weekend after the Loki introduced. You can have a million of them. I think we all should like get together sometime and say, okay, we're all gonna make ourselves look exactly the same. We'll all be the variants of one another each day at a Comic-Con.
We'll have to buy a beard for Brett to put
I
on.
was gonna say I gotta get a fake beard, yeah. I can't grow a thick one. I can just get scruff, but it's we'll have to get a fake beard and
I don't think I've seen you with even scruff.
Yeah, I usually after about 4 or 5 days I will do that. So she has a couple fine kitties. All right, so yeah, who doesn't love a woman with a fine kitty?
That's right.
So, hey.
Or a couple of them.
And of course, with Sean involved, we have to give the obligatory. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
So a lot of great stuff on the Pitter Patter Horizon. We're excited about that. Sean Forney. I don't know if you guys knew about this. The Motor City Mustache Challenge, which there's pictures online somewhere of me with what I could grow as a mustache.
Really?
We did that for our great pal Josh Metters, and we lost Metters a few years ago. Him and Sean were best of friends, and I miss him every day. I know Sean does too. Fantastic artist and comic guy, and I knew him for. Gosh, since 2004 or 5 is when I met him. So, but yeah, we all did that. I did it too. I tried to grow. So I got pictures somewhere around here of all of us with the mustaches and that. So, but yeah, that was funny. The mustache challenge. So, so that was funny on that. But in fact, I still got, once I finish up my issue 5 for Boomtown Scabs, one of the covers will be the artwork that Josh did for me on Boomtown Scab stuff. So he'll have his own cover in that, and I'd mentioned that years ago. I just gotta get the book finished.
Excellent.
Getting closer. I'm 3/4 of the way through it, so I gotta quit traveling and stop working when I can't afford to do that. So I'll get it done faster, but no, it's getting there.
Just draw on the bus. Just draw on the bus.
The problem is I'm driving the bus.
There's got to be a workaround.
Yeah. It's kind of tough. So we'll get there, though. It'll get there. So, but yeah, so we got, that's what the only thing is, Sean, I'm not just going to have to make a day trip down and just come down and see everybody and say, screw it. Screw real estate. Screw making money. Just come down. But, yeah, we're going to have, so everybody's watching this. So we've been promoting a little bit of the Gem City Comic-Con, and that's going to be happening this weekend. Now, Rodney, you said this is going to be your 3rd show this year already.
Yes.
I think I found Brett with the mustache.
Uh-oh.
I have. Yeah, I went to Ole Miss. I was a runner. Look how thin I was, too. I rocked the mullet, though, man. The mullet was.
I felt this might have channeled the spirit of the Motor City Mustache Challenge.
There you go.
I think the really sad thing is that's a recent picture. That's a recent picture.
It is. Actually,
that's the style.
I believe it's
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
I think our friend Dominic brought it back through the hockey flow that he kept promoting.
Yeah.
he's channeling his inner Kenny Loggins.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah.
Danger zone, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's coming back around. I've been seeing some mullets around the area for sure. And And there's been a few that have been rocking some serious mullets. I will have to give Dominic credit because he's been running the mullet challenge at his frozen fish fiasco, which actually is happening this weekend too. He's got a summer edition this year. So
cool.
So that's kind of cool to raise money for the Clark Park ice rink. So, but yeah, here's Gem City Comic Con though. And then so July 24th, 25th. That's this weekend, Dayton Convention Center. Right off the
Always
highway.
A great show. Always a great show.
And Jesse does
a great job. Jesse's
they've put a lot of work into the Oregon district down there, which is right around the convention center. So a lot of the restaurants and stuff. And
there is so much more there than the last time I was there. I was looking and booked the reservation for Saturday night. And I was like, where did all these restaurants come from? I would have known if there was that many breweries down there. I mean, it looks like they've completely changed down there. It looks amazing.
It's really,
we ate down there
really
a couple times. It was nice.
And it's within walking distance. It's all they've cordoned off this section. It's all open containers, so you can have a drink and walk down and go from one place to another. It's really nice. It's so not only can you go and do your comic book thing in the day, but at night and go have a nice meal somewhere and try a couple of beers at a couple of different places and just have a good time.
And nice thing is we've got great hours. We're done by 5 o'clock on Saturday and 4 o'clock on Sunday. So, so we can all hang out afterwards and grab a bite to eat or whatever. And it's not too late and we don't have to be there extremely early. Although I think it starts at 9 on Saturday and Sunday. So,
it's not bad though.
No, not at all. So looking forward to that. But yeah, Jesse, I've done Jesse shows for quite a few years and definitely, always one of the shows I look forward to every year. A great comic presence, a lot of independent creators like Rodney, Kevin, myself, Scott. So you guys are going to see a lot of cool stuff. And then of course, Sean Forney, Nate, just to name a few people we know. And then of course, you're going to be like some great t-shirts. I'm wearing one now from T-24. I got the Picard shirt on. So
excellent.
Check that out. So, but we got another Kickstarter that's launching tomorrow. So pop that up here. We got the Poe Macabre Master #3.
Dun, dun, dun.
I got a video for that. You guys want to see a video?
Let's see the video.
Let's do it.
The premiere.
All right, here it comes. All right.
Good job, Brett.
Very cool.
I just noticed a couple edits I got to fix on that too again. Yeah, I'm going through. I did it last week, and I spent a lot of time just kind of more pacing, and I forgot to proof check a couple things. So I'll fix that and upload an updated video later.
Sean
So,
said he loves the music.
yeah, I've been fortunate to find a couple sites that it's all free music to use. So it's all music that's available. So, I've been doing this for the Bardstone to help promote our Kickstarters. So I hope everybody
That
enjoys
one
those
sounded
ones.
really cool in the headphones too, because the music goes back and forth between the ears.
And that's what I liked about it. It's definitely had a good stereo bounce between it. And when I was going through the music, could have used some of the music I've used before, and it would have worked just fine because I treat these like trailers. And I found this one, and I was like, this kind of fits. I like that kind of that tone, and with the way the beat's going, it's got that little Poe feel to me, the Telltale Heart, all that stuff bouncing through. Even though Telltale Heart's in another issue, but definitely kind of adds a little bit to the macabre of the Poe.
Yeah, builds the suspense.
Yes.
Yeah, it was awesome. Great job.
So tell us a little bit about Poe issue 3, Kevin.
Well, issue 3, I'm really excited about this one because the Mask of the Red Death is probably one of my favorite stories. Really looking forward to releasing this one. Mask of the Red Death takes up the majority of the book. It's 3/4 of the book, but it also includes the Conqueror Worm, Alone, and the Bells. Yeah. So, but the Mask of the Red Death is the majority of the book, and I'm really excited about it. So, issue 3, first 2 issues, you've seen Red, our narrator, walk us through all the stories, and now you finally get to see Red tell his own story. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing how people react to it, and I'm super excited about how the pages turned out. After all the last year and a half doing almost everything digitally, Mask of the Red Death I did completely with traditional pen and ink, and I really love how it turned out.
Yeah, it came out great. You were sharing the pages with Brett and I as you were doing them. A lot of ink washes, correct?
Yeah, a lot of ink wash, old school printing things, sketching it out on digitally, and then printing out blue line, inking it, and just having fun with ink. It's so much fun to do it that way.
Yeah, here you see one of the originals.
Yeah, and I wanted to be able to do and have some originals offer for the Kickstarter to give some people some really great reward opportunities. And during Poe 2, I asked everybody, it was one of the questions, what would you like to see in the next Kickstarter? And the majority of the people answered more original art. So I'm like, well, that just gives me every reason to go ahead and do this. It prolonged the process, definitely, but I appreciate the way it turned out. And I'm really happy with it. So I'm wanted to be able to offer people something very unique that I haven't been able to really offer in the last couple of books. So some of the original art, some of the original covers. There's a couple of rewards that's going to be available where you can get one of the art pages for a decent price too. And there's going to be an ultra limited early bird where you get an awful lot, including some original art. There's only going to be 2 of those, and whoever gets those are going to be very happy. That's all I got to say.
So for the original art offering, is it random, or will people be able to choose?
What I'm going to do is I am going to, and I'm going to spell it out when we do the launch. But anyone tuning in is going to get the preview. I'm going to offer them with all the pages and order the people as they pledge.
Okay.
So if number 1 pledger that gets it gets the first dibs, then 2, then 3, all the way down. That's what I'm going to do. That way they get to pick out of all the pages from the book. There's only a couple I kept. I'm going to keep out for myself. But the ones I kept out are probably not the ones people are going to want anyways. The ones I really liked were more of the stagnant with all the people. And I really enjoy the way I did it. People are going to want the pages with red and the action. And those are all going to be available.
Nice.
Yeah. Including one of the artwork used for the cover is going to be mixed in there. So
nice.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to offer that. I think it's going to I wanted to give everybody that supported us so well, not only through Poe, but through Crimson Shadows, an opportunity to have something very unique at a really good deal. So I'm really looking forward to seeing people's reactions.
Nice. So this is a preview of the page. This isn't live yet. There is actually a link to follow if you want, but we'll tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We'll be going live. So stay tuned on here as well.
Yeah, you can join us here at the Odd Musings page, Bardstone page, and then on YouTube at Odd Musings as well.
Is there an early bird special to promote?
Yes.
Let's see.
Three different early birds. So number one, I wanted to come up with something very unique for that too. So I actually have a cover that is available only for the first 48 hours. So there is
I thought that was a unique thing.
Yeah, so if you go down a little bit more.
What price point do you know?
It's only going to be $15.
Here we go.
That's
$25?
15.
15? Okay.
Just the Kickstarter cover by
there
itself.
We go.
Yep.
So for $15, you get the limited edition early bird cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then at $25, here we go. You get the early bird plus the other ones.
Yep.
That's a great deal. Three issues for that.
Yep.
Then you have one more.
There's the limit. There's the 48-hour cover.
The ultimate special.
The ultimate special is only 2, and you get all the covers, including the metal cover, the 48-hour cover, standard Kickstarter, and a piece of the original art.
Oh wow, nice.
For $125, which is a steal.
Yeah, especially with the original art.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I wanted to give an opportunity for. We have so many people have backed every one of our Kickstarters. I wanted to give the opportunity for someone to get something really, really great for the bang for their buck. So
nice.
Yeah, and I just came up with that image. I really love that image I did of red, and I was playing around with the colors and came up with that black and white look. That looks like, well, the old movies with that little bit of that brown undertone. I just loved it. And I'm like, I was playing around with it to do as a print. I'm like, you know what? I think this would look great as a cover. And I thought, why not offer it to the early birds? So something really, really special.
Here it is on the lower left
Yep.
of the screen here. That's the cover there. It's a really cool cover.
Yeah, thank you. I was playing around just trying to come up with something maybe for a stretch goal for a print, and I'm like, I really love this so much. I want to put that on the cover. So
I want to point out too, if the metal covers are popular, there's only 25 that are going to be done of this metal cover. So you really got to jump in early if you want those.
Yeah, those fly out fast. So there's some you can buy just the metal cover, and then there's a reward where you can get the group of covers. So I've broken it up between those and a few others. So they'll go fast. They have on every Kickstarter. They've all sold out. So
nice. So if you're a completist and you want all versions covers, you got to do it during the first 48 hours.
Yep, absolutely.
So afterwards, if you miss out, not I don't know. Maybe you can beg Kevin and offer him some goodies to maybe get you into the special.
You can be bribed.
Well, the other fun thing with these is always the add-on. So as we've learned, it's one of the best additions Kickstarter's added. And they even improved it now with the new Kickstarters where they've separated out the rewards, which I'm sure Rodney figured out was way better this time around.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they keep improving that.
They do. They keep doing a great job. So, and it just makes it easier for us and for the fans to be able to buy. So I think it's a much better system. And again, with this, you're going to be able to pick up all the past issues and some of the extra swag, some original art, some other sketches, some of the limited edition covers. I only have a few left.
Yeah.
They've actually done really well.
California variant.
Yep.
He gets around, doesn't he?
He does.
I think it works the same way. It's like, hey, Sean, I got a check for you. I'm right there.
And then, of course, we'll have stretch goals as well.
Yep. So I'm really excited about this one. I love doing this. The sheer enjoyment of being able to create these books have been, I can't describe it. It's been so rewarding. One of the best things to come out of what's been, well, pretty much a shit year. She said. So I'm super happy with that. I'm excited to finally get to Gem City and start Comic-Cons again after a year and a half. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see everybody and promote the book.
Yeah.
Oh, and the cool thing is we'll be in the middle of for Saturday, the first 48 hours. So you guys can have, if you see us at the show and you want to talk to Kevin first, talk to him, pledge right there on the spot, and he'll give you a high five, attaboy.
That's right. Everyone gets a high five.
Actual physical contact.
Yeah.
Physical contact. I'm a rebel. And I'll be bringing some of the originals with me to show people if they come and see us at the show. So,
Rodney, you mentioned you've already done 2 other shows this year.
Yes.
So how has the shows been going now that things are starting back up? How's the energy level? How's the receiving of all these books that are coming out from you guys? How's it going?
The energy level was really good. We noticed that people are more engaging, and they are looking for independent comics. That was the overwhelming theme for both shows. We did one in Huntington, West Virginia, and we did an anime con here in Cincinnati. And at both shows, what do you guys have indie comics? Do you guys have indie comics? And they would stand there and peruse through them, and they were really easy to sell, which was nice.
Which is very different from pre-COVID. Like selling a comic book at a comic convention was one of the hardest things to do. Everyone just wanted fan art.
Yeah, and you're right. It was weird because, especially in Cincinnati, it was like we had to do very little work to sell some of the books that we had. I tabled with Andy Cordy, and we had just a huge rack of books, and it was just like people just kept saying, "What do you have? What do you have?" And well, what genre are you interested in? And we'd point them out into different books and stuff, and it was easy. And then the genuine curiosity and people starving for the interpersonal conversation, connection, face to face after being, sequestered away for 14, 15 months. It's just people happy to be out and talking to the creatives. Very, very prevalent and courteous, a lot more courteous and genuine and engaging, because before people would walk by and just kind of kick the tires and avoid eye contact. And it just seemed like people were really coming up and genuinely interested in looking you in the eye and wanting to know about what you do and what's your product. Tell me about your product. So that's for us, all 4 of us. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to more of that in Dayton.
Yeah.
I'm really looking. I really think it's going to be a completely different atmosphere. You described what I'm seeing, even on my day job. I got used to. I travel usually once a week, at least 3 times a month somewhere. So between cons and for work, I'm used to seeing people, and even in that arena, people are just starving. Like they're just begging for like people to come and to get back to that normalcy. So I think people realize how much they appreciate it more now that they weren't able to do it for 15 months. So people are starting to realize the reason that we have all the fan art is because people originally made comics, and we have to get the comics out there to get new ideas, new properties.
Well, I think another thing too is people spent a year and a half binge watching stuff and realizing that a lot of the stuff they're watching is based on comic books.
Yeah,
that's reignited people's interest in indie stuff, because everybody knows the Marvel stuff is happy and it's full of humor, and it's blah blah blah. And the DC stuff is dark and brooding, so you know what you're going to get there. But everything else is everything else. It covers the gambit of all shapes and sizes, and it's all creator owned stuff. And people are like, "Ooh, well, let's go to the show and find out what other little nuggets of gold we can find in Artist Alley." And it's nice.
Another benefit of the indie comics is the large companies like Marvel and DC. They have such a huge audience. A lot of times they're afraid to take risks, and they become very vanilla in what they do, and they just replay storylines they know that work because they're afraid of offending people or whatever. With indie comics, we have such small niches, and they're passion projects. We pour ourselves into our projects, and when you go after indie projects, there is something out there for you. No matter what you like, you will find it. You know, and it's not trying to speak to everyone. It's speaking to what that creator is having a passion for. Yeah, so you can get some more bold or risky storytelling through indie comics than you would through Marvel or the others.
Yeah, I agree. It's I remember being, in my late teens and early 20s and going to Artist Alley, and back then it was called the underground stuff, the Evan Dorkin Milk and Cheese, and the Cry for Dawns and stuff like that. Even the Turtles was part of that. The Elementals, that stuff was just like, oh my God, this isn't Marvel. This is really, and you could feel that passion and everything in those books, and all that kind of stuff is prevalent now in stuff that we do. And I think the kids now, and 18 to 22, 23, they see that and they're like, ooh. And so that trend is definitely trending more towards indie again. And I feel that there's going to be a huge explosion. I think the indie market's going to explode even more in the next couple of years because of that.
I think another stereotype that's been blown apart is I think in the past, indie comics people had a presumption that it meant low quality.
Yeah.
And in many ways, many indie comics, through things like Kickstarter, it's given us a way of promoting things and funding our projects that we can pour the quality in, and sometimes with better quality than what the big companies are producing, because they're just churning stuff out. So I think that's another big benefit we've had is I don't think people view us as low quality anymore.
Right. We're not producing ash cans anymore.
Right.
Right. And there was a lot of that for a long time, people, because it was cheaper just to print them at home and make an ash can. I did that with Carl book when we first started, but they were smaller issues, but I always had a regular printed issue because I always liked the quality look. And I had a few people that would tell me they didn't like it because of the fact it was a quality looking product. They were looking for the rough indie. Yeah. But I think that moment is past and people are actually looking for quality stories, quality artwork, quality product.
Well, and 20 years ago, to do something of a high quality level, you'd have to guarantee a 50,000 print run order to make it cost effective enough. And then you'd have books in your basement for the next 30 years because you had to buy so many. Whereas now the cost of printing has dropped so much, we can do low print runs and maintain the quality.
16 years ago with which Comic Express is no longer around, but Kablam is still around. We've got Ready Comics. You don't have to print but a few comics. Somewhere as low as one issue and you got yourself a comic. And that's definitely changed the whole game. And we saw that explosion around 2005 and 2006 at the Comic-Cons where all of a sudden everybody was like, hey, I got a real looking comic now.
Right.
And I think the best thing I always liked and what I appreciate, I love talking to the fans when they come up to the show. But I think indie comics and being at the show, we're accessible. We're real people. People are coming up and talking to the creators, and they can ask you why you did this and have conversations like we just had with Rodney about the cats, and people resonate to that, and they want those kind of connections, especially now. So indie comics and indie creators are just more accessible. They seem more tangible and real to people. And I think that's a big, big big part of indie comics and the explosion that's going to happen.
I
always go back to Sebastian at Stranger Comics,
Mm-hmm.
like the most presentable, like most talkative guy. You want to buy a comic from him because he's just a great dude. And the only reason we know him is because we ran into him at a show and we started buying all his books. And they do a great job of that. And that adds a lot to what the person's buying. They're not just buying the book; they're buying that connection to what we're doing. And it's a fantastic world. And I'm really excited to be part of hopefully another indie comics explosion.
Yeah, I remember when I was 21 years old. We went to New York. We went a couple of years in a row, but the first year we went was kind of a scouting mission. And I met all these people that were doing all the books that I was reading on a weekly basis, and they were the same age as I was. And I was just amazed at the accessibility that, like you mentioned, Kevin. And we had conversations, and that's what cemented my future, because I kept telling myself in the back of my head as I was standing there talking to these people, I can do this. I can do this. What's the difference between, we're the same age. They just live here in New York City. There's no reason why I can't do what they're doing in Cincinnati, Ohio. And it just really propelled me into, I can do it too. And that passion, I remember that passion. So every time I'm at a show and I see young kids approaching me, I think of that. And I want to present, I want them to have that same experience that I had. And I encourage, hey, you can do this. It's well within your reach. You just have to sit down and do it.
That's the hard step, though. A lot of people want to do it without sitting down and doing it. All of us have created our own projects. You have to really pour yourself. And we were talking off camera, and some experiences we have. I'll talk about my own, but you try to bring on other artists to help them grow, but a lot of people don't want to put the work in. It takes work, and you got to pour yourself into it. And deadlines are important. And if you want to be successful in this industry, you got to hit deadlines, whether it's us as creators. The fans they want to know you're going to continue this and keep putting out product for them to invest their time and money into it too. And you can't just say like, well, I'll just come out with a page every 3 weeks and maybe in 2 years from now I'll be done, because as creators that does happen, but it's once you get it on a schedule and you can keep putting it out, which is why we're all pouring ourselves into these Kickstarters. And so our readers know we have another one coming. We have another one coming, Yeah.
And then they'll ask you, well, this is good. When's the next issue coming out?
Yeah. They read it on Saturday night, come back Sunday. When's the next one?
Exactly.
Well, and it's nice when you do have multiple issues and they only buy the first issue and then they come back the next day at the show like, I need the rest. And when's the next one after that coming out? Okay, I'll see you next time. And I guess some people, unfortunately, are disappointed for a couple of years, but it's it'll get out there. And that's the hard part. It's got to keep working
difficult.
at it. But
it's hard to be a creator.
It is,
but
it's, when nobody's paying you, we're doing independent comics. We're doing it all on our own. That's why we do Kickstarters to raise the money to help with the publishing costs. I mean, very few people are actually living off their Kickstarter money. It's all going to the printing quality.
But referring to those up and coming artists, when people like us want to hire you, stick to your deadlines. Don't promise what you can't do. Stick to your deadlines, because that's going to get you rehired.
Yeah.
You can be an amazing artist, but if you don't hit your deadlines, and we all have done other projects, we're creators now, but we've worked for other companies. We had to hit our deadlines. And now that we're creators, we're trying to hit our deadlines, and we're relying on people. And so if you want to be an artist, deadlines matter. I know I've been part of projects where I've heard certain artists complain how I can't get on these things, and why is so-and-so on there? I've got more talent than that person. Well, they hit their deadlines, which carries a lot of weight. You got to hit your deadlines. So,
well, that's a lot of it. It definitely is. You got to make sure you hit those.
Yeah. So that's one of the big secrets in making it.
Yeah.
The secrets.
So I
Yes.
haven't seen anywhere. Do we have any locations for tables this weekend, or I haven't seen anything posted on that yet?
I didn't see anything yet. Last time I looked.
No, I haven't seen anything either.
Well, it's a nice thing is it's not such a big show you can't find us. So definitely look for Rodney Fike. He's gonna be under now. You're gonna be listed under Rodney or under Hasm.
Yes. I think it's under Rodney.
Okay, because I know Kevin and I should be listed as our names as well as Bardstone, and I may even have Boomtown Pressstone in there because it's been Boomtown forever. So it always, no matter when I tell people,
I think Gem City was just our regular names.
Yeah, yeah. Sean's telling Jesse that they want to know table locations. Yeah, you know what it'll be? Somewhere at the convention center. Come on out.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be in Dayton.
Yeah, and if there's anybody that catches this podcast ahead of time, let us know you saw it. Make sure you subscribe. You can follow us on Facebook and on the YouTube for the Odd Musings. Anything else before we head out of here, guys? Because it's hitting to be 11 o'clock already.
Yeah. Rodney, recap how to find you.
Okay. Hasm.com is the flagship. You can go get books and stuff there. HAZZUM.com. I am on Facebook, The Art of Rodney Fike, and also personal page, Rodney Fike. And Instagram, Rodney_Fike at Instagram. And we do the Thursday night throwdown and Friday night draw with Sean Forney on all of my social platforms on Thursday nights and Sean's social platforms on Friday nights. And I'm on Twitch too, and the Hasm YouTube channel, which rebroadcasts all of the Thursday, Friday night shows.
Nice.
Awesome.
Excellent. And then, of course, join us here tomorrow night at the Odd Musings and Bardstone and the Odd Musings YouTube for the launch of Poe 3. Kevin will be with us. So definitely check that out. Again, 48-hour special. That's time to jump on and get those specials in. I didn't know about the artwork until today, so I think that's awesome. So anybody's really been wanting some original artwork, this is the way to go. And if Intimate Comics take off like I think we all agree it's going to, you're going to want to get some original artwork for some of these guys because it's going to be something that's going to be worth tens of dollars someday. So definitely get it. All right, guys. Hey, Rodney, thanks for joining us. Kevin, always a pleasure. And we will see you guys next time.